Can we talk a little bit about your childhood?
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's no, but you were abandoned at birth and then adopted and brought up in South London on various estates. What aspects of that upbringing did really sort of create the character that you needed to become what you are?
You know, my mum and dad was like casual workers, so they were always out working. So I was always left on my own. You know, sort of, you know, used to have the key around my neck and all that sort of stuff. So you just used to get on with it. So always out, you know, running around in the estate. And then obviously what happens is that as a kid you start to get greedy because you're looking around at everybody else, what they've got or you think they've got. You get sort of 12, 13, you know, all the, you know, Ben Sherman shirts, all that sort of stuff you wanted. So we used to just go out and nick, and the whole thing then progressed. And then by the time I was 15, I was in juvenile detention. What I found out that the kids had been in detention where I lived, or certainly their brothers maybe been in adult prison. They lied, because when I come back they're doing all, yeah, it was all right, it was easy. Well, no, it weren't. You know, I was shitting myself. And I didn't like it. I was up in North London, and I was part of that short, sharp shock thing. And I didn't like it at all. And that's when the army came in, and we watched this great film, Helicopter Pilot, you know, all the PR. And I said, right, who's going to be a helicopter pilot? And we all put our hands up. And then it was really then that I found out during this 3-day selection that I'm just about doing my bootlaces up, you know. So they say, right, there's a place for you in the Green Jackets. And you go, yeah, okay. Sounds like a football team. You're like, okay. And that was it. And then that's why I landed up in the infantry. Which was great. I thought it was great. Straight out, not straight out, but out of juvenile detention. For me, it was 4 months early. Straight into becoming a boy soldier for a year. Actually, it was worse than Ballstor when I got there. I thought, you know, but it was actually certainly that first 3 months, what I called a bedding in period. But then, you know, understanding the system, I thought it was all right for the simple fact that it's almost cliche, but it's that I had a bed space because I never had a bedroom when I was a kid, you know, sort of, and we were a period where we didn't have a bathroom or hot water for a couple of years, that sort of stuff, because the place where we were living. And I couldn't understand why some of the kids, that's all we were, only 16, but I couldn't understand why some of them were all upset and they didn't like it. I thought it was great. You know, you've got your responsibility, your bed block area, you know, and it is, and it's 6 by 9, but that's your bit of space, you know, and I thought it was great. I loved it. Just like, there was an element of feeling sort of quite grateful for being there, but at the same time, I liked it. I enjoyed it, and the more I'd done, the more it seemed I was given. So as a boy soldier, I got into boxing, got into the boxing team and all that. And in fact, as the junior, I won the army welterweight. You know, it was about 9 stone nothing sort of thing. So I won the army junior welterweight competition for that year, and which was great. And in my head, great, I'm going to go forward on the army boxing team. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And actually, the sergeants come in, the trainers at this infantry junior leaders battalion were sergeants, and they've come in and said, no, you're not going. What you're going to do, you're going to be a soldier, because we reckon you'll be a better soldier than you are a boxer. And then it was all like, one of them was a guy called Rocky Gates, who was a bit of a boxer himself. He said, so if you disagree, well, we can box now, you know, sort of thing, but you're staying here. And so it was a threat, but actually it was a great threat, because they were saying, right, I'll make a good soldier better than I would be a boxer. So it was great. I loved it. Loved it.
And when was it that you really knew that you were cut out for the SAS?
Literally passing the day you pass.
Really?
Yeah, the whole system is all geared around, you never know what's going on. And all it's all about is best effort. So they don't, during that 7-month sort of period, they never tell you how good or bad you're doing. And it's all part of that thing, well, you do the best you can, and we'll tell you. And by, you know, but towards the end of it, you've got a good idea. As long as you don't cock up big time, you'll be all right in that first month, that last month, I mean. But it really is up to the point of doing this thing, getting badged, and it's really weird because, you know, we all come from like what's called the real army, the Green Army, where you're all marching around, saluting and all that, and in the regiment there's none of that. So going down to regimental headquarters to see the commanding officer, who you never see anyway, you never see all these people. And the RSM's there, he's got to roll up and he's going, right lads, you're going to go in and see him, you know, we get badged and all this sort of stuff. And it was almost an anticlimax, because it's like, all right, you ready? And you're going, yeah, but did we march in?
They literally give you the...
Yeah, well, no, 3 of us, because we didn't know what to do. We thought, do we march it?
Through when,
We go to see the RSM in his office, and his office is next door to the CO's office. And he says, right, there was 8 of us who were getting badged. He said, right, well done, lads, and that was it. And he said, right, you're going to go out and see the CO, go in, get the berry, and then who's going to B squadron, who's going to A squadron. And that was it. It was all sort of down. But nobody wanted to ask him, because we all come from the Green Army, well, do we march in? Do we have to salute? He wouldn't tell us what to do. So he's sort of waiting outside the CO's office, and we sort of half marched, half sort of shuffled, because there's none of that stuff in it. And literally, the CO sat there, and he had a pile of berries. So he got them, and he went like this. He threw them at us like this, and he said, right, they're harder to keep than to get, but well done, and see you later on. And that was it. So we didn't know whether to salute or turn around, so we all sort of shuffled out again. And it was almost an anticlimax, And then you get to the squadrons, and it was just great.
But did you celebrate though after that initial anticlimax?
No, straight to squadrons. Straight squadrons. So got badged on a Tuesday, and Wednesday I went to Southeast. They were already in Southeast Asia, so Wednesday off I went to Southeast Asia. So then you don't see some of the guys for 6-9 months because everyone's all over the place.
But from a personal and sort of ego point of view, it must be.
That's fantastic.
An amazing thing to do.
Fantastic, yeah. And then, because I didn't know what to expect when I got to the squadron. And, I knew guys that were in it from, my own, from the Green Jackets and all that sort of stuff. But in my head, I thought, right, I'm badged, and I don't care if I'm the biggest wanker there or not now, at least I'm badged.
But would you consider your greatest achievement getting badged?
Yeah.
Despite all the novelty?
Yeah, getting badged. Absolutely. And there's that point where if you're a professional soldier, no matter where you come from, everybody wants to be where you are.